here.
Till the day I die. Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe. Cowboys nation on a mission to regain that throne. With our soldiers on the field, we're getting deep in the zone. Giving that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who we with. Angry Cowboys fan. Getting that CCC, classic Cowboys content. Angry Cowboys fan is who you with. Angry Cowboys fan. How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing? Long time no see. It's been a minute. I know, it's been a minute. But your man's been dealing with the Dallas Cowboy drama just like you guys have been dealing with the Dallas Cowboys drama. But I just wanted to get on here real quick to get the pulse. What's going on with Cowboys Nation? You know what I'm saying? Get the post right here, You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, y'all know how I start these lives out and everything. I got to say what's up to the chat. Angie in the building. That's the first one I saw when I looked up. Look at that. What's going on with you? Ernie, what's going on with you? Let's see. Ernie, what's going on with you? Carl, what's happening? LT Ray, Zero Hope in the building. What is going on, y'all? We got 20 people up in here. I appreciate everybody joining me on this Let's Talk edition. You know, let's give all of our raw and uncut when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, because I want to hear what you guys got to say. I want to read what you guys got to say. And if you want the link, if you want to get up here and you want to give your raw and uncut and just give it to the Dallas Cowboys, no Diddy. We can always do that as well. What's going on with you, Willie? What's going on with you? It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Man, hey, Brian, what's going on with you? What's going on? But I don't know. You know, I've just been visiting different lives, different people's lives, content creators, showing them love and everything, just going in there, hearing what they got to say to Cowboys Nation. And because of those two wins, Cowboys Nation, because of those two wins, the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, people have been so far out of sorts. It's been hard to look at. Keep it a buck. I mean, not the content creators themselves, but just the overall mood, the overall aura of the Dallas Cowboys brand. Like not even the fans, just the entire brand. It just looks like, oh my god. So instead of letting it drain me, I took a step back a little bit. Gonna do, just chill with the creators and everything, chill with the Cowboys Nation, the fam and everything. But I just had a few topics that I bullet pointed and I wanted to talk to you guys about. And the first one, obviously, and I know it may be small for some people, it may be a small topic for some people, but Bones Fossil. See, that's when I was like, the panic button kind of hit. Not really, but it did. Like even Bones Fossil, the special teams coach, don't want nothing to do with Dallas. Decided to take a lateral move. A lateral move. So he went from special teams coordinator to special teams coordinator to get out of Dallas, to go to the Tennessee Titans. I mean, to join Tony Pollard. But my thing is this, though, Cowboys Nation. It's like, even the special teams guy don't want to be with us. And from what I understand, from the stories that I've read and everything, is that Jerry Jones didn't plan on losing Bones Fossil. He didn't plan on losing Mike McCarthy. He thought that they would sign back on for more torment for the bare minimum. And it's like, no, that's not gonna happen. It's kind of showing us right now. Man, what? Hold on. Let me turn this down. I'm probably getting, Cowboys notifications. Former Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy lands second interview. Oh, I wonder what that is. Might have to do a video on that. But you know, Bones Fossil, he's gone. He's gone. It sucks. I mean, it's not like he was the best special teams coach, but he he had our special teams pretty good. And the fact that it just feels like, I know, like we went into the season talking about, oh, we ain't blowing it up. It's just going to be a soft rebuild. It truly feels like a blow it up moment with the fact that Jerry Jones made the wrong decision in Dak Prescott. Like, real talk, the more I sit back and I look at it, it's like this is an entire rebuild of an organization. Like, the coaches are leaving, the coaches are having to be replaced. And it's like, we got a great draft pick. Our team is young, but still looking to draft better talent to the team. But you have this quarterback that's from the old regime. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like they are trying to rebuild. They're trying to do a whole rebuild while hanging on to Dak and CD. Like they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. And it's just like, it really doesn't seem like it's going to be working. It seems like it hasn't been working because this has been the philosophy for years. It's crazy to me. But to see Bones go out the door, you know, probably without too much of a fuss, because like it just seems like it landed out of nowhere, Cowboys Nation. It truly just came out of nowhere. Like, oh, Bones gone. What? Bones gone? Man, I just don't get it. Cowboys Nation, real talk. But that further tells me, that puts in my head that the front office, it couldn't be the guys. Like, oh my goodness, all these guys, man, they ain't doing nothing, they ain't working for me, so I'm just getting up out of here. I don't see it being that. I just see it being a front office thing. Like, Jerry Jones is trying to conduct business as usual, as cheaply as usual, and these coaches, they had enough. Like, no, I'm not gonna stay here for that. I'm not gonna stay here and endure for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, state taxes, but Does Tennessee have state taxes? I don't know. I had to look that up real quick. Um, does does Tennessee have state taxes? Uh, they do not. So he's kind of, he's keeping it the same. He went to a team that kept it the same. He ain't got to pay state taxes in Tennessee neither. So shoot, Bones, man, shoot, he made a move right there, man. Teflon Breed in the building. Hey, Big Sarge, what's going on with you? Dak owns filthy. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys. Just getting on here, trying to get the pulse of Cowboys Nation. I'm just talking my talk, giving my raw and uncut real quick. It's been a minute. It's been since our last game, actually. I mean, y'all probably saw me in other people's lives, like Mark Holmes or whatever. But yeah, for the most part. Hey, karma is real. Hey, honestly, that's what I feel like we're getting. We're getting our karma. You know, we're getting our karma, like, because for so long the front office has acted as if their ish don't stink. You know what I'm saying? As if they have the answer to everything. Like in that interview about what was it, the Los Angeles Rams, and how they sacrifice things and in order to get their Super Bowl, and Stephen Jones is talking about, whoa, they're gonna have to pay the piper on that, blah blah blah. And it's like, but they won a Super Bowl. You're having to pay the piper each and every year, or so it seems, because you keep complaining and whining about it. You're the one that has to pay the piper every single year. So, what are they doing that's resulting in a Super Bowl that you're not doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm off base. Hey, we got Nisi and Angie in the chat tonight. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Cruiser Cruz in the building done snuck in on me. I like to see it. I like to see it. That's what's up. But am I off base? You know what I'm saying? I could be off base. There's time where I'm caught off base. So y'all let me know in the comment section. But that's just how I feel. What's going on, Scott? What's going on with you? But yeah, like I said, I had a few things bullet pointed. Bones was the first one. Ben Johnson finalizing his contract to go with the Chicago Bears. I put that in the video that I just did. If you ain't seen it, go check it out. But I put that in the video like, damn, Ben Johnson's off the board for the Dallas Cowboys. But the Chicago Bears job is now off the board for the Dallas Cowboys, which means they didn't hire Mike McCarthy. That was one of the suitors that was looking to hire him, take him off of our shoulders or whatever. They didn't do it. He has one more suitor, and that's what that notification was about. That's what that notification was about, him having one more NFL suitor, which was the New Orleans Saints. Boy, if what's his name, Aaron Glenn, if my man take the New Orleans job, man, Mike McCarthy ain't got no suitors except for the contract he left in Dallas. At that point, do you know how right Jerry Jones would feel? Like, I gave you this contract. You thought that you had a better chance out in free agency, thought that a team was going to pick you up, was going to make you their head coach, and they didn't. And guess where you are? Came right back to me. It kind of sounds like Thanos. Oh, man, I'm going to clip that out in Infinity War and put Jerry's head on it or something. Because that's, for real talk. But I want Cowboys Nation to really take that into consideration. Can you see that being a Jerry Jones move? You know what I'm saying? Can you see Jerry Jones being like just saying like, yeah, we're going to wait it out, see what happens to Mike McCarthy. If he gets picked up, then okay, boom. That's when we'll start plucking our coaches. Because that's why they have, the Brian Schottenheimers and the Kellen Moores. They can still waste time with Kellen Moore because he's still in the playoffs. They can't talk to him anymore. Had their Zoom conversation, had their Zoom interview, which I heard lasted about 3 hours, but they had that. It was successful. Now we can wait on him. We can wait on to see if anybody else picks up Mike McCarthy. If nobody picks up Mike McCarthy, especially if those teams get a coach that's not Mike McCarthy, yeah. So you give him a call back. So, Big Mike, I see that none of the teams really wanted to acquire your services. Yeah. How about you come back to Dallas and you work on what we talked about? At least you got this year's security as opposed to no job. Man, if that happens, Jerry Jones gonna swindle Big Mike, boy. and he gonna come back to the Cowboys and we all gonna be pissed off. Real talk. We gonna be mad. But it seems like no matter the move, seems like a Cowboys Nation really just stays mad. Real talk. Like not a lot of us, not all of us, like the people in here. I know you guys like you live DC for life. You know, your heart beats Dallas Cowboys. But there's some out there, y'all. There's some. Let me get to this chat real quick. Man, I see JB the Cowboy is in the house. Coming here to talk smack about my quarterback. You gonna have me up here like T.O. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. Ew, I swear. Paul, what's going on? Snuck in. Jack Delusional. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? Charles done snuck in on me. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up with y'all. See, Angie, she know there's this little inkling. It may be in the pinky toe, but there's this small idea, this small chance that like Jerry might see it and take advantage of Mike McCarthy to bring him back here. Damn. Yeah, you absolutely right, Angie. Absolutely right. You love to spin the block on him. Love to spin the block. Hey man, hey, JB ain't nothing, man. It's just I'm just chilling. Come on here trying to get the post and everything. Jeremy, what's going on with you? Just trying to get the post of Cowboys Nation, see where they at, see where they're at with their coaching decision, who they want to see be the coach, the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm throwing a little bit of tinfoil hat stuff out there, because I just said that Mike McCarthy might come crawling back and Jerry Jones would accept him. But I, I just, when I go through these head coaching, these candidates, I try to put myself in Jerry Jones' shoes. I try to put myself in Jerry Jones' head. No diddy. But I try to understand, what move would Jerry do? What is the most Jerry Jones move out there? And hey, JB, JB said, "Do not bring McCarthy back." Yo, I get it. I'm not with it, but I get it. Feel me? Like I do. I'm not with it. You got rid of him. He's gone. Like yo, boom, he's gone. Let's move on. Don't bring him back. Like even if he's a free agent still, he's still out there like a Dalvin Cook. Don't go get him, you know. But boy, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? But yeah, another bullet point I got was just everybody mad. Like everybody's mad about the NFC East NFC Championship. That's all I could call it. The NFC East NFC Championship game between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, yo, there was a little bit where I was frustrated. And I think it was during the game. It was during both games. I'm like, come on, Detroit. you know, I'm just saying, I'm like, come on, LA. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? But after the game, I had to really take that chill pill and take a look at it. Like, yeah, they're in the NFC Championship, and the Dallas Cowboys aren't. But I look at how they're ran. I look at how they operate. I look at things past the X's and O's and the Jimmys and Joes, and I look in the front office. I witness things from the front office. You know what I'm saying? And what I see with the Dallas Cowboys is definitely not what I see with the Philadelphia Eagles or the Washington Commanders, especially because the Washington Commanders got new ownership, new GM, new coach, and that coach got to mold a rookie quarterback to the way he likes to the way Cliff Kingsbury's offense is run. And I'm like, yo, that And the fact that the quarterback that you got in the draft is a dog, at least for this year, you don't count your chickens before they hatch. Almost everybody has a great first year. But like, especially if you want the Heisman and stuff, you have a great first year. But you can't ask for nothing better than that as a head coach. For real. That's like, wow, I fell into the money. I fell into the money with this one. Dan Quinn really lucked out. And I'm like, okay. So Dan Quinn, he went over there and he's like, I want this person from Dallas. They're free agents. I want this one. I want that one. I want this one. Like the pick of the litter. And it's like, okay, get him. Okay, get him. Oh yeah, by the way, I want Bobby Wagner too. Okay, get him. It's like, yo, can we get some of that over here? No, we don't got somebody that can go and try to convince the owner to, hey, yo, we need to do this. We need to get this player. Bop, 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 bop. We don't have nobody to do that because the GM, Jerry, would be coming up to himself. You know, that delusional said, Jaden's that dog. I mean, we shall see. Everybody said, and everybody says CJ Stroud was that dog his rookie year too. Yes, they went to the playoffs, but and that's another thing. I keep seeing the comparisons, Dak Prescott and CJ Stroud. And it's like, geez, God, like y'all do anything to compare these dudes. Why? Like why? It's completely different because at the same time of what CJ Stroud did, Dak Prescott did too. But just because Dak Prescott didn't do it this year or can't get past the divisional round, you want to praise CJ Stroud for getting to the divisional round. It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me. But yeah, but I get called like the Dak fanboy and shit like that. Like I just don't get it. Hey, Sadiq in the house. What's going on, Mr. Dick? William, you done slid in on me. Hey, G Dead Fan 88, what's going on with you? What's going on? I'm not mad. It has nothing to do with us, and we need to change from top to bottom. There's nothing we can do about it. See, and that's the thing. That's the thing right there. Change from top to bottom. We will never be able to change from top to bottom. We'll only be able to change from here down. You know what I'm saying? And we've done that. We've done that for 30, like I wouldn't say for 30 years, but it's been within that 30 years where we've done that a few times, where an iteration of the Dallas Cowboys team has ended and another has begun. You know what I'm saying? If you want to count it with quarterbacks, it's been two times that we've done that. But we've never been able to fire our GM. We've never been able to change that dynamic. And it's crazy. Like that's how I'm like, you can't really compare Jaden Daniels to Dak Prescott for the simple fact, like, their front offices are light years apart. Philadelphia Eagles, Howie Roseman, and how they do it over there compared to how Jerry and Stephen Jones does it here are light years apart. More aggressive, something that the Cowboys don't have, and that's why I said, like, you could switch Dak and Jaden Daniels. Yes, Jaden Daniels would have gave us a pop, but Cowboys would have cowboyed and got bumped out in the divisional round. Like, because I guess my whole thing on this is like, we complain about so much, and rightfully so. I'm not saying we're complaining or we're full of it. Stop complaining. No, but we complain rightfully so. I, I lost my train of thought, man. I got so much stuff. I got so much stuff going in my head right now. It's ridiculous. I'm looking at these. Dak led the league in touchdown passes. Was an all pro. See, that's the things that I read. That's the things that I read, Charles. It's like, you have some of these people that, yeah, he's done this, he's done that, he's done this, he's done that. And I agree with you. But what Jerry Jones has done, and I started the show out like this, what Jerry Jones had done, it feels like he wanted to restart. And if you wanted to restart, why did you sign Dak back? If you wanted to restart, why did you sign Dak back? If you wanted to restart, I mean, I understand signing CD Lamb and next year signing Micah Parsons. CD Lamb is just creeping into his prime. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But why did you sign Dak to a record breaking contract knowing that you were going to waste? Well, he got injured, so it kind of cancels each other out. But this year, if Dak was in there, you would have wasted this year. Next year, hopefully, we won't waste that. It's years that we're squandering. And I heard Jerry Jones say something about planning for the future and stuff like that. Like, you need to plan for now. Like, winning is now. What are you doing? We had a team that was right there. Winning is now. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Dak led the league. I like that. I hope he comes back and leads the league. Real talk. I hope he does. Yeah, Steven needs to go so head coach can get his players. Yeah, Nisi. Like, real talk. Like, you hear the stories of Mike McCarthy. You hear the stories and you hear the behind the scenes stuff, like he was scared for his job. Like, he was always looking over his shoulder, thinking that somebody was going to come take his job. Should no head coach have to work in that type of scenario? And it wasn't just like last year that it was happening. It was happening for a while. And that's crazy. Like, you don't have that much security. You don't know having like Edgy said, having them over and stuff, having them over for pillow fights and whatnot. It's like you didn't have that much faith in him to leave him the hell alone. It's like, no, they won't leave him alone because they don't want to leave him alone. They want to be essentially, and I've looked this up. I'm gonna have to look it up again. Like, can a owner of a team be a head coach? Because real talk, it seems like Jerry wants to be a coach, like he wants to be a head coach, but it seems like something is barring him from being a head coach. So he brings these puppets that he can marionette, on the field and everything to make it look like they're coaching. Yeah, they come up with schemes and stuff like that, but your owner is telling who to play. Sit this guy because I'm gonna owe him $250 million if he gets past a certain point. Put him on the bench. And like, I just think he has, like, with the whole RB1 and Zeke Elliott and Rico Dowdle. It's like we knew as a fan base that Rico Dowdle should be the RB1, but it took forever. It took until week 9 to establish him the RB1 and for Zeke to finally sit down. And that's something that came from Jerry. That's why I be on Jerry so much, Jerry and Steven. That's why I be on them so much, is because, like, a lot of this stuff comes from them. No, they don't throw passes or they don't throw blocks or anything like that. No, they don't. But they damn sure put the people here that do. They damn sure pay these players when they know either they should pay them early or they shouldn't pay them or stuff like that. Watching the leaves fall, that's not on a player. Like, everybody complains about the $60 million that Dak got, but a little bit of proactiveness would have had that down to 50, 55 had it gotten done earlier. But it's because Jerry and Stephen Jones, they want to be so involved that they'll do anything. They want to be so involved in the team. They want to be so involved in the media. Like, damn, pick a lane. Real talk. Uh yeah. Yeah, Angie. It gotta be. It gotta be. It's Dak's fault Washington won. Yeah, it is. It is. You go to X, you go to Facebook and everything, and you will see these posts that say stuff like that. That'll have, like, Jordan Love lost. So you have that little Scooby Doo cartoon where one of the pictures is you got Jordan Love's face on, then the next picture, Fred from Scooby Doo rips the head off, and it's Dak Prescott. Like, like, yo, I'm seeing this all the time. Like, when somebody lose, why does it got to be like Dak, or why does it got to be like the Cowboys? It's like, come on, man. Real talk. It'd be funny, but damn, it'd be super annoying. And then I got somebody that in the comment section, they'll just come and comment like, "Caca boys." I had to comment back. I was like, yo, how old are you again? Like, real talk. Cowboys. The Cowboys aren't playing no time. Are not playing no time soon. I'm not a troll. I'm a hardcore Cowboys fan. All right, where we? That's what's up. That's what's up. We're like hardcore Cowboys fans. It's just the when it becomes trolling is you complain about is when people complain about issues and not try to make solutions. You know what I'm saying? Not try to come with solutions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be hell, for the people that don't like Dak for the simple fact that he just got re-signed. He got extended. So it's like, do we have another? And I hate to word it like this, but do we have another 4 years of bitching and complaining? Are you just, are you gonna just be like, all right, we stuck with this bum, so now what? Now what? Now what do we do? How do we get better? Because it sucks to just see like continuous. Oh, he sucks. Oh, he ain't it. Oh, he sucks. Oh, he ain't it. I'm like, I don't think stats would say that would agree with you. You know what I'm saying? And this whole garbage time thing. That God, I hate that. I hate that saying. I hate garbage time. Like, man, like okay, for instance, with the Green Bay Packers, what if something miraculous happened? Nothing did except we got our ass kicked. But what if something miraculous happened with that Green Bay game? And Dak Prescott and the offense and the defense started making stops and the offense made, they rallied back and they won that game. Was it in garbage time? No, right? It wouldn't be in garbage time, right? Correct. Am I right? So just because they lost, the stats are now garbage time. Because we all know, like, if we're getting blown out, it's like 3-38 in the fourth quarter. Everybody saw Mike McCarthy sit Dak Prescott. If there's a chance that we couldn't make a comeback, it wasn't looking like we were making a comeback, he would sit him. Like, so I just don't get the whole garbage time, that whole mantra and everything. And like Charles just said, football is 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters. It's the whistle blowing, each whistle got to blow. Like, man, ah, boy. Oh no. Oh, who y'all ganging up on? I don't look down at the comment section. Somebody, take them low and take them high. They, oh my goodness, they about to injure somebody. They aiming for ACLs. Uh, oh, I'm looking. Let me see. Because Dak has a huge fan base and he is Jerry's cash cow. Okay. uh, Angie, we need a backup. We need a backup quarterback. Yeah, yeah. I say honestly in this draft a quarterback. Draft a quarterback. Yeah, yeah. I would do that this draft. I would wait a year and then I draft another one. I draft a quarterback every other year just to see if we can get a good backup, or see if we could get somebody that could actually take the reins from Dak Prescott and we can move off of him early. We can move off of him 28, not have to go through his whole contract, but that's only if he starts to regress. And if I got all these complaints about the front office, I got complaints about Mike McCarthy and his play calling and his schemes and his clock management and his game management and his adjustments. I got complaints that it's CD and a bag of chips. I got complaints that there's no running game. I got complaints that we got rookies and stuff on the offensive line that can't really protect the quarterback. I got complaints that we can't stop a run. If I got all these complaints and Dak Prescott, my quarterback is just one, like, how can I say that my quarterback sucks? You know what I'm saying? Like, he has all this stuff that is not working in his favor, but he went 12-5 3 seasons. Like, the whole team went 12-5, even though the inefficiencies they suffered from. Talent got you to 12-5. There's a point in time where scheme helps out talent, and there's a point in time where talent helps out scheme. You know what I'm saying? Man, I watched this dope. It was a little breakdown of Mike McCarthy, his time in Dallas, and it dove into his time in Green Bay as well, and it went over what he struggled with. And the more that this person talked, and if I find the video, I'll link it. I'll edit it into the description. But he was talking about everything that Mike McCarthy struggled with in Green Bay that he brought to Dallas, the phobias that he brought to Dallas, the fact that he didn't know how to scheme people into the middle of the field in Dallas, that those seam shots were your talented quarterback. Like there was it broke it down pretty decent, y'all. If I find it, I'll look at my history. I find it, I'll put it in the description or I'll put it in the comment section. It's a dope watch. Real talk. Oh, let's see. And GDiv and 88 says I live right next to the to Washington and it sucks watch. Uh Everybody in the DF dub, shout out to everybody in the DF dub, because I know, everybody, even if you're a Commanders fan, congratulations and everything. But if you a Cowboys fan and you live in the DFW and you live in Philly, I tip my hat to you. I tip my hat to you. I know it's a war zone out there. I know they see that star in your hat or whatever. Whoo, they coming to it. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Where they at? They on the couch while we in the NFC Championship, where the Dallas Cowboys been looking to go for 30 years. Like, yeah. Yeah, I bet they're unbearable. I mean, because I live in New England, and when Tom Brady was going on his tear through the NFL, that's all you heard about. That's all you heard about. But think of the ramifications if the Washington Commanders win the Super Bowl. Has there been a rookie to ever win the Super Bowl? A rookie quarterback. Like if that happens, whew, you might have to you might have to put Jaden Daniels in the elite category. I know you can't. You're not supposed to put your heart into the quarterback his first season. Like, yeah, we'll have tape on you next season, blah, 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 blah. But the brother would have done something that never happened. Like, oh, man. Mm. Like, we are going to have to step our game up to make the NFC East the NFC beast again, because right now we the NFC least. Real talk. But I got, I feel we got some adjusting to do. Like we got our coaching situation that we got to take care of. But once the coaching situation is taken care of, right to work, right to work. First, it's gonna look type vanilla, real talk. Like when people watching videos and stuff, if anybody goes out to training camp, whatever coach they're gonna get is gonna look kind of vanilla. The offense, at least, because it's gonna be a new scheme to get used to, unless they bring in somebody that they know or that knows the scheme or that they've ran the scheme before. Kellen Moore, you know. I know nobody wants to hear that name, but at the end of the day, yeah, it might be him. All right, let's see. Right. All they say he sucks without blaming ownership. Who signed him for the second time? Yeah, see, that's my thing. If you didn't want him, you shouldn't have signed him. Point blank period. Point blank period. You didn't want him, you shouldn't have signed him. If you think he's ass, you think he's not it, don't sign him. But apparently they think he's all it. They think he's it. So they signed him to his contract. And now, like I said, you're going to have 4 years of complaining from these people that don't like Dak. However long that Jerry Jones decides to hold on to Dak, you're going to have them complaining. And I wonder if they did the same complaining about Tony Romo. I wonder about that, because contrary to popular beliefs, we lucked out on both quarterbacks. Lucked out on Romo and Prescott. Real talk. Ooh. Ooh. I was just hoping that was a fluke, Angie. Real talk. I was just hoping that game was a fluke. When that happened to us and we got stomped at home by the Saints, I was like, all right, we gonna bounce back. We gonna give Baltimore a run for their money. We gonna win that game and we gonna be back on. Nope, didn't happen. I was like, man, I thought the season was over, and I play around. I say, oh, the season was over during free agency of last year. I mean, I say stuff like that, but real talk, like I think the season was over for me definitely when Dak went down. When Dak went down, I was like, "Yep, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over." You know, there's no mid-season run and we make it to the playoffs. It's over. Because remember, at that time we was 3-5. There's a chance of coming back from 3-5. You know, especially if you go back to Mike McCarthy and you have that conversation like you had last year, like, yo, we got to do something. This offense sucks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like the Saints game, that was harsh. That was truly harsh. Real talk. Uh, see, G Dad, man, that's my whole thing. You know, even if Dak isn't the guy, we need to back him and let all 52 other guys, you know, and all 52 other guys until they're not Cowboys. That, that's what it is. You know, like when Cooper Rush went into the game, I said, "Here, boom, back Cooper Rush." Like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Do I think you can do it? But I hope you can. You know, and when Trey Lance came in for that last game, like, all right, go Trey, come on, man, show him what you got. Yeah, kind of fell at the wayside. You know what I'm saying? But they're still Dallas Cowboys. You see Michael Gallup regressing. There are some people, get him the F out of here. Get him out of here. I'm like, come on, Mike. We know what you got. We know what you can do. That toe drag swag, you got it. Let's see it. And then, he show flashes of some good stuff. And it's like, yeah, see, there go Michael Gallup. But the bad stuff and the injuries kind of overweighted, and he had to be gone. But it wasn't like every time somebody mentioned the wide receiver core, it wasn't like, oh, Michael Gallup sucks. He needs to get out of here. No, Michael Gallup sucks. Well, we need to scheme CD Lamb, and Michael Gallup sucks. No, you need to get out of here. Yo, we know. We know he's struggling, but he is still the wide receiver. What was he, 2 at the time? He's still the wide receiver 2. We got to have a little bit of faith in him. No, I ain't going to do that. F that. He sucks. I'm not having my viewing experience like that. Nope. So y'all can be mad that Dak Prescott is here, that they signed him the best time because you had both of them, Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, coming up on the end of their contracts, and you could have been like, "Yep, Dak, you're gonna pay it. You're gonna play it out." I'm like, plain and simple. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything. We're not gonna drag it out in the media. You have to play out your contract. We want to see what you got for us before we sign another one. And if you want to go to free agency, then that's the gamble that we all take. Yes, you'll get picked up from somebody. You'll get paid something, but it ain't getting paid like the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, you know, but when Dak leaves, even if he gets traded, let's say he gets traded, will I follow him? My bad. Will I follow him? No. Bye, dude. Like, okay, peace. You're out. But the next quarterback comes in, I'm gonna have his back too. I'm gonna be like this with him. Unless there is a complete difference. You get a quarterback in here that is a super bust, and Dak Prescott. There's a huge difference. Like, real talk. You get a quarterback in here that can't complete a pass. Like, I see, but no. Like Trey Lance, I rooted for him when he was in the game, but when he was out the game, Dak Prescott's healthy. I'm trying to critique this man like, yo, you see, like the dude needs more snaps. And the Dallas Cowboys can't be that team that gives him more snaps and experiments throughout the seasons, because then we're wasting the seasons. At least with Dak Prescott, you were trying to make a run. With Trey Lance, you're trying to get him up to NFL speed. And that's where the confusion and the pushback came from me. Like, what I like, if he came in and he balled, it's like, yeah. My brother would ask me that question, like, what if they put Trey Lance in and he balled and he got the Dallas Cowboys into the playoffs and they said, "Oh, Dak, you can come back." Are you gonna play Dak? Hell no. No. Especially if this guy just came off the bench and started lighting everybody up. No, we're not gonna play Dak. We're gonna play Trey Lance. He's gonna stay in the game throughout for the rest of this season. Dak, get your rest. You know. Anyway, I'm over here ranting. I'm over here ranting. We need to go. We need to go back up across the board. Ooh. Hey, Ty, what's going on with you? Says Robert Saleh is my pick for head coach, and let Brian remain OC. I can dig it. I can dig it because you got the defensive mind right there. You got the defensive mind. Do you hire a defensive coordinator, or do you allow Robert Saleh to go ahead and take those, keep those reins as well, head coach slash defensive, defensive coordinator? Because I can see him doing both. I can see him doing both, but I just wouldn't want and I hope that it doesn't. I haven't really paid too much attention to Robert Saleh until recently, but I really hope that his mind doesn't affect the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a few defensive minded coaches that the defense great, but the offense kind of sputtered. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that I hope. This past season, earlier in the seasons, the Jets wasn't looking good, and I don't know if I have a problem with like why are we hiring these coaches that just got fired? You know what I'm saying? And here we are hiring coaches that got fired from an organization that's no stranger to playing in free agency and trying to play by the rules. I don't know how great their organization is, but they try to use everything to their advantage where the Cowboys don't. I just I don't know how he would fare, but at the same time, I wouldn't know how any damn coach would fare with the Dallas Cowboys and being so under, without tools. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I give the front office so much smoke, is because these tools that these coaches are lacking, you could give to them, but you don't. Whether it's a player on the field or whether it's a little bit more autonomy, a little bit more say with the personnel. Like, damn, just give them something. But nope, they got to come down here and they got to win in spite of. Yep, he ain't out there catching passes or throwing passes, but damn it, he is still a barrier to this team. And if people can't see that, then you might be in for another 30 years of just this. This. Brian, you must live in the DFW. Said it ain't easy living here. It ain't easy living cheesy. Man, the Washington Commanders, man, I bet they feeling it over there. Yeah, we got the quick little laugh. We got the little laugh during the regular season. We want the Cowboys. We got that little laugh on them. They got the last laugh. Real talk, they got the last laugh. NFC Championship. Wow. But like I said, that should show Jerry Jones. What are they doing that you're doing wrong? Because they have the recipe. You can't say that, it's the Colonel's recipe when it don't taste like the Colonel. You can't tell me that your way is right when you're not making it to the places that we want to go, but they are. Are you going to take notes? No, you're going to try to critique them and say that, the way that they're doing business, that they're handling business is wrong and it's going to catch up to them. But they're winning Super Bowls. Something that in this league, in this in this league, in this profession, you aim for. That's the end game. and you're complaining how they got there? You ain't even getting there, dude. Oh man, the audacity. And that's the thing. Like the Dallas Cowboys have a lot of audacity. Cowboys fans have a lot of audacity. The audacity. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, says we need good backup players across the board. Injury plagued the team throughout the season. Exactly, Michael, exactly. And that's something that I complained about this past season, that the talent drop off between your first team, second team, third teams was just so noticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like the production would fall off a cliff if one of your stars had to be subbed out. And you can't have that and make a run. You got to be solid in all facets. Where you're not solid in one facet of the game, you got to be solid in another one. It has to pick up the slack. You know what I'm saying? And these teams just didn't really have that. And I mean, real talk, like the past few playoff runs, we hadn't had that. We had that against dumpster fires, tomato cans and stuff like that. But when it came to real competition and real defenses, we didn't have it. Like it ain't like you could say in the Buffalo game, like yeah, the offense was stagnant, but the defense, wow, the defense showed up. No, they didn't. They got ran all over. So we don't have that complementary football and that ability with the backups. The backups that we did kind of have that ability with are playing in the NFC Championship game this week. Real talk. Like you let go of a good defensive tackle that we still struggle with the run with, but he was a good D tackle. Let him go. Let him walk. That ain't the players. Players can't do that. So that's why I got a lot of smoke for the front office. People ask me, why you got all this smoke for the front office? They ain't catching passes. Like, stop it. Might live in New England. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's cold as a mofo up here right now, though. But I guess it's cold everywhere except for California. No pun intended. I ain't, you know what I'm saying. It's warm in California all the time. I ain't joking. Like, prayers up to people in California. Ugh. Said I'm in Dallas and you still get clowned with a star. God, what? Like, man, all of our teams down here in Dallas, they done been to or they done won a championship. But the Dallas Cowboys. Like, Jerry has he must live in that area. If I ain't outside his window. I don't know where he lives. I ain't got his address. But he has to be down there. Like, you got grandchildren, bro. You can't tell me that one of their friends be like, yo, your granddad team sucks. You can't tell me that. People don't do that. Like, man, hey, Grandpa Jerry, my friend said that your team sucks, dude. And he said that his friends told him that you suck as a GM. Oh man, I would love that to happen. But yeah, man, I told my wife, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to come down to Dallas. I ain't gonna go watch a game. If it's during the season, I'll go to 88s and watch the game there and cheer on with people that love the Cowboys, as opposed to being in there putting money in Jerry's pockets. But I definitely want to come down to Dallas. Go see the in-laws and stuff. Let's see, Big Surge. Watching the playoffs shows me that the Cowboys need to focus on the running game. Boom. Man, they had a whole documentary out. They had a whole video out talking about, yeah, man, they was talking about they wanted to devalue the running back. Let's show them that you can't devalue the running back. And look what Derrick Henry's doing. And look what Saquon Barkley's doing. Look what Aaron Jones is doing. All the running backs that were in the free agency class, a majority of them, there are some that fizzled out. But the heavy hitters on that one, let's say probably the top 7 was balling. They was getting their yards this year. And I know people, everybody know that I go to bat for Rico Dowdle, but I see people like, man, shoot, y'all happy that Rico Dowdle got 1,000 yards? Yes, yes. I am happy that that brother got 1,000 yards being an undrafted free agent while not being named the RB1 until week 9. You are absolutely right. I am glad he got 1,000 yards. That's crazy. You had to share the backfield with two other guys that you barely got carries. You had to call in sick even though you wasn't sick, like things like that, and you still were able to get over 1,000 yards. I ain't saying he's the second coming of Barry Sanders by any means, but he is a piece that you can hold on to for this team to be the bridge running back for the running back you hopefully get in the draft. Like, real talk. Man, like, talking to a team that's holding on to Deuce Vaughn. Like, word? Like, we having this conversation and you holding on to mini me over here. Like, no disrespect, but damn, either get him in the scheme or what's going on. I mean, I like Rico. I mean, not Rico, but I like Deuce Vaughn, man. I was like the story and everything. It was great. Like, I watched that a couple times. Like, man, that must have been special for both of them. But put the brother to work. Get him in the scheme. I feel that dude's being wasted right now. Everybody talk about his size and everything, but man, I think Deuce getting wasted, like for real. But I got off the topic like super bad. G Dad said no. What I say? I've heard a lot of no's this week. Hey, Raven says, eventually, when a quarterback comes to the Cowboys and the same results happens, the front office does nothing to help him. We will see the same cycle happen, and people will complain and say, get rid. Like Groundhog's Day. That's what I'm saying. You hit the nail right there on the head. That's what I've been trying to convey. It's like, yo, when is your cycle gonna stop? Like, when are you going to realize, like, until there's major overhaul in the front office and they have a come to Jesus moment, like, you're gonna get the exact same results no matter who you bring in here. It could be a first or second round quarterback. You're not gonna get anywhere because Jerry's gonna wanna control him like an Xbox game. Like, man, like people, I don't, man, I be having these conversations and it's like, man, and they're like, dude, you sound, oh god. Let's see. Big Sarge said, I was at first against drafting a running back with the first pick, but I'm warming up to the idea. Yeah, I got my little plan. I got my plan for the draft. It's like there's 3 routes you can go. Well, at least for me. Somebody else, that does that really gets in depth with the draft to know more. But the 3 things that I see, I'm basing my first round pick off like 3 situations. One situation being if Abdul Carter is there. The other is if Ashton Genty is there. The other is if both of those guys are gone. What am I gonna do? Who am I gonna choose? Um, if Abdul Carter is there, I'm picking Abdul Carter, even though he said he wants to go play for the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that really sits well with me. Like he said, like Micah Parsons said, I want to go play. I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. That's the type of person I want, at the start. I don't want somebody saying, yeah, I want to go play for the Philadelphia Eagles. Because at that point, we got a Philadelphia Eagle in our midst. How you gonna be, in the rivalry? But Abdul Carter, if he's there. If he's gone, Ashton Genty's there. Ashton Genty, defensive edge, wide receiver. Those are my 3 picks. If I'm going running back first. If I'm going Abdul Carter first, I'm going Abdul. Then I'm going receiver. Then I'm going running back. You know what I'm saying? If both of them are off the board, then I can do what I can go defense, then get my receiver, and then my running back, or I can go receiver, defense, running back. But that's how I see like the importance of those pieces. Like you need whether it's a great edge rusher in Abdul Carter or you got a great defensive tackle on the board with that 12th round pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go defense, then bam, go further. Because the running back class in this draft is so deep, no diddy. It is like you could potentially not draft Ashton Genty and still be in good hands. I mean, at least from what the talent and the tape shows me. I didn't watch every single bit of the, college football, but just watching these clips and everything, their strengths and whatnot, it's like, yo, you got some good quality running backs that'll go in the third, fourth, even though we don't have one, and maybe the fifth round. So, but Ashton Genty would be my target. My receiver targets. Let me see if I still my receiver targets. It would be more like a Luther Burden, um, Luther Burden, Amike Igbuka. Is that how you say his name? Igmike Igbuka. You know, somebody like that. But like I pressed the mock draft and boy, I be doing these things like every day. I probably do like 2 mock drafts every day. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see what. But shoot. Let's move on real quick. Been on here for an hour. I didn't want to take all you guys' time. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get on here and get y'all posts. But oh, see, Angie said she out on Tolbert. She out on Tolbert. See, that's what I'm like, Tolbert's a good 4 for what we want to do here in Dallas, for what we want in the receiving room. He's a good 4. Like he's a good rotational piece, a good depth piece. He's not your starter. And if you really think like, wow, really? Like that's the talent you want? I mean, he shows up sometimes. Like he shows up. But at the same time, how much is his number called due to scheme? You know what I'm saying? Like this video that I was talking about, it was showing the struggles of Dak Prescott and how like his his tight window throws and the separation that the receivers get, like it was like 24.7% tight window throws was the most in the NFL, and that belonged to Dak Prescott. But it also boiled down to the fact that Mike McCarthy didn't know how to scheme any better. But yeah, as far as Tolbert, Angie, I gotta agree, man. I mean, like, not he can go down to the fourth receiver, but we need some better talent at that wide receiver position. Some height, like some guys that can climb the ladder and, get those contested catches. Like, we need that. Like, I want a receiver that can throw it in their area and they coming down with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Randy Moss. Just throw it in my area. I got you. Let's see. Sauce talk. I bet you all the money I have. That goes anywhere else and balls. It's just that he's a cowboy and you know what comes with that. Yeah. Yes. Oh, she's absolutely right. Absolutely right. I feel like the real talent leaves and they ball out. Like, let's say if Tyron Smith would have left 5 years earlier, what would his career had been? He left at the like, bro, you should be having your swan song right now. You should be bidding farewell to everybody right now, but you're switching teams. Like for your body's sake, dude, call it. You know what I'm saying? But like a DeMarcus Ware, you know, people like, yeah, get rid of DeMarcus Ware, man. He ain't doing nothing for the team. Dup, 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 dup. Man, that him and Von Miller was a wrecking crew against the Carolina Panthers. A wrecking crew. Like real talk, a two-headed monster on that damn team. I mean, something that we wanted Demarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons to be, and when both healthy and on a roll, they can be, but not with a consistent basis. But yeah, if I feel like if he went anywhere else, he'd ball. If CD went anywhere else, he'd ball. If Micah went anywhere else, he'd ball. Like real talk. And I think the front office actually feels that way because they paid him. And they gonna pay Micah too. But up that delusional says Jaden got to a championship game without all Dak needs and with players and coaches that wasn't good enough for him. What what else did Washington have? Mr. Dak Delusional. What else did Washington have? You think they would have done this under Dan Snyder? They didn't do it under Dan Snyder. You know, maybe once, with RG3, but you think that they would do this with the Joneses? We switched complete organizations. We put Jaden Daniels and that Washington Commanders team over here with Mike McCarthy, Jerry and Stephen Jones, and this clown show. Do you think that they're getting to the exact same spot? Or do you think the Cowboys are going to cowboy? Like, that, bro, there's some times where, I'm like, yeah, you got some good points, but there's other times where I'm like, dude, it just seems like you really say things to just because you just don't like the guy for some reason. And people have been out on Dak Prescott ever since his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? His rookie year, they were pissed that he took Romo's spot. The second year, like Romo retires and like I'm done, and they're pissed at that, so they don't give him a chance. Then the fourth year, they paid him too much. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Franchise tagging him. They shouldn't be franchise tagging him. There was so much, and is so much that this dude has to go through. Like, what the hell? And you're saying games without all Dak needs? Why is it a sin for people to want talent around their quarterback? Why is that a sin? I'm curious. Just because, like, I think I was in Law Nations live, and it's like I want my quarterback to be able to win without having to throw over 180 yards. Like, why can't we have that? No, 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 no. We expect our quarterback to be Superman. We expect everything to flow through our quarterback. We expect we expect Lord have mercy. How you coming here like, what's good, chat? Yo. Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are so nuts. Hey, John, what's going on? See that whole comment just threw me right off. Like, not even the comment. It was the name, yo. Like, why, dude? Oh man, I swear. Oh boy. Let me get back on my spiel. I gotta pick up where I left off. And also, okay, let me see. I want to do this. I want to conduct an exercise real quick. Y'all follow me and put your answer in the chat. You know, who is the greatest quarterbacks in Cowboys history? Who do y'all think the greatest quarterbacks in Cowboys history were? And did they win a Super Bowl? That's what I want to know. Because with the Dallas Cowboys, greatness isn't measured by how you play. Greatness is measured on how many Super Bowls you're able to win. And that's not how football goes. Real talk. That's not how football goes. At least analytically and stat wise, your own personal career outside of the team, that's not how that goes. And so people are gonna pick Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman, won Super Bowls. Would you guys consider a player like Warren Moon a great quarterback? I mean, for the Houston Oilers and everything, he was a great addition, did his thing. He was great at the quarterback position, but would you consider him great? Yeah. Yeah, right. Dak is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know right now. He needed to do some stuff. Keep doing some good stuff. Keep having your team in contention and doing stuff like that, like making it to the playoffs more often than not. Yeah, you might get bounced, but guess what? Warren Moon is a Hall of Famer. 2006 Hall of Famer did not make it to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And see Dak delusional. See that's crazy to me because like you said, Roger, Troy, Danny, Romo, and Don Meredith. Like Romo, the same one that Dak had in more playoff games. How, bro? Like Dak. Actually, it's funny because like Dak is about to pass him in his records in a shorter length of time. But Dak sucks, and Romo is one of your great bro. It blows my mind. That answer blows my mind, my God. Real talk, it does. Like, how does that work? I don't get it. Uh, let's get Cavante Turpin re-signed because he is the best kick and punt returner in the NFL. You got to. You got to. This man is an all pro. This man is a pro bowler. He was a UDFA. Another one that you hit on. Another one that you hit on. Do right by the man and keep that man with the team. Real talk. Do right by him, keep him with the team. It ain't like the man's regressing or he's slowing down. Like, nah, he's the fastest man in the NFL. Keep him on your team. And it ain't gonna be, oh, Cavante Turpin's gonna want 18, $19 million. Like, nah, come on. No. Cavante Turpin ain't gonna get that. Like, even if you are an elite punt and kick returner, like, bro, I'll give you good 12, good 13. You can wide receiver 4 money. But he does need to get his bag. They need to do whatever they got to in order to keep him. Like, real talk. Like, I think he's a part of the consistency of this team. Like, a player like him, you get rid of him, I feel like the morale would shift a little bit in the locker room. There's some players where it'll shift. There's some players where it'll just destroy. And there's some players where they just don't give a shit. Like, oh, he left. Okay. Oh, damn. I didn't even know he was here. But Cavante Turpin is one of those guys where you would feel it. Like, damn, Miss Turp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see people. Wade Wilson. Good job. See people for the most part, they're saying Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman because they won Super Bowls, and that's the thing. Like, there's a broader brush to no Diddy. There's a there's a broader brush to hit this with. Um, damn. It doesn't like Warren Moon, like I said, Warren Moon didn't make it to a Super Bowl, but yet he's a Hall of Famer. There's ways of that happening, and to put Tony Romo on that list, it shows me like, bro, like Dak delusional, bro. You just don't like that, like real talk. Like the brother came in, took over Tony Romo's offense, an offense that was getting tailor made for him, and did the damn thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give the man his props. Give the man his due, bro. Real talk. Up. Keith Bruce said Romo did nothing. Man, Romo, I give Romo his props. I was pissed off at him when he fumbled that place kick. I was pissed off in that playoff game. But at the end of the day, the next year, I'm out there. Let's go, Romo. Let's go, Romo. You got this. That man, he used to wow me a lot. I can still look at those highlights and he wowed me. Like, damn, how did he get out of that? Like, how did he get away from that defender? That's crazy. To have a snap go over your head, like go back like 20 yards, you pick it up and still are able to scramble around and get the first down. Like, he was a master at creating new pockets, like the pocket collapsing, him extending the play, being able to create another pocket and throw from it, or even throwing on the run. That man was something special. Romo was special. But I see that in Dak Prescott too, especially at where you drafted him. I see that in Dak Prescott as well. Like, I know you didn't draft Tony Romo. He was an undrafted free agent, another undrafted free agent that the Cowboys hit on. But like, I see that same thing in Dak Prescott. But my thing is, bro, like at the end of Tony Romo's, like if this leg injury was Dak Prescott's swan song, like the back injury was for Romo, and we had a backup that came in and took this team 13-3, like, bruh, or even 12-5, because we were 3-5 at the time of Dak Prescott's, sudden injury. If he were to be able to turn that around and bring us to the playoffs, bro, I don't know if I could go back to Dak Prescott, because for the success of the team, I'd have to go with the hot hand. That's like in any other sport. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. Romo was Mahomes before Mahomes. So tell me. Follow me here. Why didn't Romo win? If he was Mahomes before Mahomes, why didn't he win? Front office didn't surround him with the players that he needed in order to succeed? Was he told that he had to do more with less? Were there fans out there saying that he was ass and that he wasn't it? We've been through this before, Dak delusional. And what you saw with Tony Romo, we're seeing with Dak Prescott. But here you are on the other side, where you were on one side defending your quarterback. Now you're on that other side that scalds your quarterback, and the numbers don't add up. I don't even know if I still got that button.
So you can think what you want to think, but the numbers suggest that you're wrong.
I do have it. Oh, man. I love chopping it up with you, man. I love chopping it up with you. Let's say people was too busy hating on Romo instead of watching his greatness. Romo was that dude. But once again, bad management. Exactly. Romo was a sight to see. Like, man, I swear, if he would have had two TOs or two Des Bryants, like, bro, yeah, man. When I have a bad day, when I have a bad Cowboy day, I'll go back and I'll look at some Troy Aikman tape. I'll look at some Romo tape. Some of those good vibe tapes, and it's like, man, and I get wild at him every single time. Was Romo Patrick Mahomes before Patrick? No, he wasn't. But he was a great damn quarterback. Real talk. He was a great quarterback. and I hated to see him go down. I truly did. That last time I almost cried. I was like, damn it. I was pissed off. And then when Dak came in and did his thing and Romo was coming back, I was stuck. I'm like, damn, who do we go with? And then I always think about, my coaches in the past. You go with the hot hand. We got to go with Dak, y'all. We got to go with Dak. But anyway, man, yeah, I completely appreciate Romo and what he was able to bring to this team, even though he wasn't able to bring a championship to this team. Excuse me. And I believe there's going to be a lot of fans that do the same with Dak Prescott once Dak Prescott leaves. And honestly, I would hope that Dak Prescott, he would leave, he would retire and then he'd come back and he'd want to coach. Not head coach, but offensive coordinator. Like real talk. Because that Will Greer game that he put on, I know that it was preseason, but they wanted to give Will Greer that last game to shine, basically for like a resume. And Dak Prescott called that game for him. Like that dude looked so he looked like a top tier quarterback out there. I'm like, damn, Dak can be an OC. Like you did it with Kellen Moore in less time, less professional time under center. Like shoot, but not all players can be coaches either. But let's see. Romo might have been Mahomes while in college. Mahomes didn't win anything at Texas Tech. Wait about exactly. Dak delusional, never liked Dak. Give me a Dak wow moment game. You can name many of Romo's. I'll keep it a buck, dog. I just watched one before we came on live. That's what I was doing. I was watching them. So yes, I can give you wow moments. I mean, I'll give you a wow moment from this year. The last touchdown pass of that Steelers game that put us over the edge to beat the Steelers. I thought that was a good moment. Last year, the moment where he scrambled, was able to extend the play and get the ball to CD Lamb when we were playing the Detroit Lions. That was dope. I watched the replay of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game in the playoffs where we sent them home. That was dope. Like there's a lot. There's a lot, my guy. Like real talk. There is a lot that I can say for Dak Prescott. It's not just like, oh, Dak's a bum. No, he's not. No, he's not. And I think given a scheme that fits the strengths of our players, he would shine even more. Because this video, once again, it went over analytics and it went over how many plays that Mike McCarthy threw, quick slants to the middle. And we were in the lower third of the league. But CD Lamb's best route, it's a slant. It's a quick slant, There was just things that were so wrong from the owner standpoint, from the coach's standpoint, and meshing with the players. Man. Ugh. But I can give you so many games with Dak too. Okay. Have Romo Wow game got the Cowboys to an NFC championship game? No, hasn't. Has Dak? No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It hasn't. It hasn't. It hasn't. What can you say? Like, what can you say? It hasn't. But I'm not going to sit here and say that their whole body of work sucks because we haven't got to the game away from the promised land. I can't say that. I can't say that. Romo and Dak has gotten the job done. I still believe in Dak. Like that's my thing too. I still believe in Dak. I still believe that he has what it takes if given the pieces that he needs in order to succeed. Yes, quarterbacks need things in order to succeed. There's no way in hell that You can't give a quarterback what he needs. And no, every quarterback's not Patrick Mahomes. And that's what people tend to do. They tend to compare. Well, Patrick Mahomes can do it with this. We don't have Patrick Mahomes. Get over that. We have Rain Dakota Prescott. And Rain Dakota Prescott needs 2 wide receivers out there, a great run game, and a line that'll block for him. Let's go get it for him. Instead of asking him to do more, how about we let him drive the damn bus? Oh man, it's a $60 million bus driver. I don't know about that. We could get somebody that was cheaper than that. Yeah, you could. Or you could get a bus. Or you could get somebody that just gets you to the NFC Championship game and nowhere else. Because, man, everybody wants to say, has Dak gotten us to an NFC Championship game? Has all that wildness got us to an NFC Championship game? If we got to an NFC Championship game every year and Dak couldn't get it done, you would say Dak couldn't get it done. You wouldn't say, oh, he's an elite quarterback. He just can't get over the hump of the NFC Championship. You wouldn't say that. You'd say he sucks because he didn't get you to a championship game. I just don't believe playing football, not in the NFL, but playing football, like there's a such thing of individual stats and you can be individually good, but the overall product out on the field is bad. I mean, real talk. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, But anyway, if the front office can get him some help on offense, things can start changing. When you have a running back that runs over 100 yards, 9 times out of 10, you win. I mean, Colin Cowherd did the math, and 9 times out of 10, he's Patrick Mahomes-esque. So if we know that he is Patrick Mahomes-esque, why not give him the pieces he needs in order to succeed? Why want your quarterback to have to go through hell, fire, and brimstone just to bring the team a championship? If I can have 11 Monstars out on the field at once, I want them all. If I can only have 7, I want 7. But damn it, we got to do better than 2. We got to do better than 2. You know what I'm saying? Because on both sides of the ball, all pro type players, that can consistently get it done. Who you got? You didn't have Bland most of the year. You didn't have Diggs. Who do you got, Micah? But anyway, yeah, we need pieces. Real talk. We need pieces here in Dallas, and I hope and pray that this year's draft, that's why I'm so pissed about that whole Jonathan Mingo situation, because we could have used that 4th round, and we're gonna look at it, see this draft, and look at the 4th round and be like, damn, we could have got this player. But yet and still, here we are stuck with Jonathan Mingo. We could have got that player, but here we sit. We were stuck with Trey Lance, and he didn't even do nothing for the team. It's like, man. They love to waste draft picks. Oh my goodness, Cowboys love to waste draft picks. But anyway, I'm gonna end this with this. Like, this NFC Championship game, I hope that this is a lesson. I truly do. I hope that this is a lesson for Jerry Jones, for Stephen Jones, and I hope it's a lesson for Cowboys Nation as well. Look at how things are supposed to be run. Yes, I'm not going to take anything away from Jaden Daniels or anybody like that, because Jaden Daniels is shining. He's over there shining. He's doing things with people that are really not household names. You got your Austin Ecklers, you got McLaurin, you got him. They household names because of Madden. But for the most part, they're doing it with okay talent. But the difference, yes, your quarterback's mobility is great. His vision is great. The fact that they don't have film on him is great, so they don't know how to scheme for him, really. It's great. But there's a difference between coaching staff, GM, and ownership. I love that interview that Magic Johnson had. Pretty much said, we just stay out of the way and let the coaches coach. Do we get that in Dallas? Do the coaches get to coach in Dallas? No, they don't. Coaches always in fear of losing their job, like Mike McCarthy was. Like, just imagine trying to get your job done with the fear of losing it every single day is real. Yeah, you could get drunk on the job and yep, you're fired. You lose your job that way. But oh my goodness, even if I get it right, if I don't get this far, then they're gonna fire me. Because everybody was saying NFC Championship or bust. He has to make it to the NFC Championship. It's like, damn, so anything I do that's under the NFC Championship is a wash. I'm going to lose my job. I had to think about that 3 years running. That man was on the hot seat more often than not. There needs to be a complete shift, not in just players, not in just coaches. There needs to be a complete shift in this organization. If it's not gonna be ownership and stuff like that, it needs to be ownership. If you get what I'm saying. If it's not gonna be ownership, like leaving, it needs to be ownership owning accountability for where this team is, how this team got here, and what we can do to get this team out of this rut. That starts with the front office. That starts with the front office getting a team, a qualified team that will come here, implement their schemes, hopefully implement a culture, a great culture for this team, and get to work with the players. That's why I'm so hard on the front office, because it starts with them. All right, Cowboys Nation, man. It was good talking to y'all. It was good getting some of y'all comments. Let me go ahead and get the last ones real quick, because the Joneses don't care. See? uh, so we can agree Lamar and Josh is better than Dak, right? But what have they won? Think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? You feel me? Man, oh man, I wish Dak Prescott was like Lamar and Josh Allen. Oh man, so you could get to an NFC Championship game and lose. So you can keep getting bounced in the divisional round. The only thing that Lamar has on Dak is a couple MVPs and the fact that he made it to an NFC Championship. Other than that, he has Dak's record. But he's so much better. He's elite because he can run. That's what he can do. He can run. We need a quarterback that can run. That's it. Like, you got some fans that think we're a quarterback away from the Super Bowl, and you got some fans that think if the quarterback just runs, we can go undefeated. Boy, I tell you, I hate to say it. Let me see if this is the right button.
You're obviously delusional.
Man, I hate it when people call Cowboys fans delusional. I hated hearing that word. Delusional. I hated it. But damn it, I see it. I see it. Like, wow. Man, some people say, well, believing in Dak is delusional. Okay. I believe more in this organization wasting the talents of Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons. I see this organization wasting the talents of Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, Tashard Choice, DeMarco Murray. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Running the ball is coming back. Everybody went past crazy. Defense is now smaller and faster, so run it down their throats is coming back. Yeah. And I believe that people wanted to be pass happy. They were going past crazy because the 70-yard bombs was attracting more people. Just like the home runs in the MLB attract more people. The three-pointer, it used to be the dunk. You set your big men up and they dunk. Now it's the three-pointer. the NFL was trying to, be high flying and make it about the pass, but you had running backs that were like, no, no, because the better the wide receiver gets, the better the cornerbacks are going to get. The cornerbacks and safeties, your DBs, they're going to get better too. So it's going to be no fly zones all the way around. What you going to do then? Run the ball. And the Cowboys, they are an organization that is known for running the ball. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. And I feel like this draft class, if we go and draft a running back, we going to hit. Even if it's not Ashton Genty, we will hit. Real talk. I was hoping that they got Braylon Allen last year, but I feel we'll hit. The organization failed Dak as a quarterback. If they would have done what the Texans is doing with CJ Stroud on his rookie contract, Jerry probably would have a Super Bowl. Exactly. That's why I say that if you get, it don't matter what kind of coach you get down in Dallas. It doesn't matter if you get a first round quarterback, because they're going to limit you in some other capacity and tell you to lift your teammates up because you are him. And you're not going to be able to get it done because you need more than you to do it. Like, real talk, man. Damn it. Shoot. Jerry won't change, and I feel bad for Dak. Dak does need to perform better in the playoffs, just keeping it real. He does need to perform better in the playoffs. Everybody needs to perform better in the playoffs. The coaching staff needs to perform better in the playoffs and have the players ready for the playoffs. Real talk. The deer in headlights look is the look from, oh shit, our scheme isn't working. Where do we go from here? And a lot of people would love to think that they just go out there and they play backyard turkey bowl football, but that's not how it works. There's a scheme put in place. And if the scheme is not working, your coach needs to make adjustments. If your coach can't make adjustments, then your quarterback sucks. Or they're putting the ball in harm's way, throwing interceptions, trying to get stuff done. And that's the importance. Real talk. Had McCarthy turning in homework before the game, play sheets. Yeah, man. See, you should have that done. You should have the play sheets done, so you working on them things in practice. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna practice on a couple plays because we know we're gonna run these plays, so we just want to get them down. They gonna be on the list, but I ain't got the list done yet. But they gonna be on there. Just know that they're gonna be on there. Run it. No. What they say in The Lion King, be prepared. For real. And Jerry is how we got here. Roberta, absolutely right. Jerry is how we got here. I've been saying that, but as long as he's the quarterback, I'm supporting him. Yeah, as long as Dak's the quarterback, I'll support him. And when the next quarterback come in here and Dak Prescott rides off, hopefully, into the sunset, I'll back that quarterback as well. Real talk. And Troy, well, you got Roger, Troy, Tony, and Dak. That's kind of how I see it. We can't win for losing. Absolutely right. Dak runs just not like some people want him to run. That's my take on it too. Like, Dak, you need to run. Like, he does, but he's not going to sit there and run every play, because if he does that, then it's going to be, Dak, you need to throw the ball. Like, damn. Hey, Jerry, see, that's what I'm saying. Warren Moon was a trailblazer. That man was a trailblazer and a person that's rightfully so in the Hall of Fame, and a person that also shows you that it doesn't take a Super Bowl to be super. Real talk. Oh, man. Facts. Focus on football. Yes. Focus on football. See, that's the thing with the Jones family. If you focus on football, the money will come. You focus on football, you focus on winning, the money, the recognition, the headlines, the talking heads, they will all come. The hate will all come. Everybody knows how it was when Tom Brady was ruling the NFL. People didn't like him just because he was a winner. That's the type of hatred I want for the Dallas Cowboys, not just that blind hatred because they got so much money. No, I want We hate you because you winning, because you taking home Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? But Will says, I'm a Cowboys fan through and through, but Jerry doesn't know when to leave well enough alone. Exactly. Or Jerry doesn't know when to see well enough and make decisions and moves to improve well enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw with that team with the 49ers, even the second time, okay, we're lacking here. We could run it back and add to these people. Take the fluff out. Let's trim the fat off. Take that off, but add to those people, the pillars of this team, and we could do this. We could get there. Stop the run. We could get there. Get a couple running backs. Get a couple linebackers. We could be there. Nope. Nope. Yeah, we'll get Trey Lance. Why? Yeah, that's my quarterback in my TO voice. It's all about marketing for the Joneses, I believe. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that too. Yo, with that being said, man, I am going to go ahead and get up out of here. It was great talking to you guys. Great going live. Great getting the pulse of the Cowboys Nation just to see where y'all at, what y'all feeling and everything. Because, contrary to popular beliefs, you might not be told this, but y'all make this thing go. Content creation, y'all make it go. Y'all are as important to this stuff as I am. So I appreciate everybody sacrificing their time, sacrificing their thoughts and giving ideas. They're raw and uncut. You're raw and uncut. And I just appreciate it 150,000%. Thank you for your support for the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, as well as all the other content creators, man. We couldn't do it without you. And we heard from Sports Junkie today. Sports Junkie is doing well. His family's doing well, recovering well. He's going to be back soon. And when he gets back, we're going to have the facts over feelings. Y'all know how we do. But I want y'all to have a good night. Thank you for your time. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Oh, Dak Delusional must have left the show and went on his buddy's show, JB the Cowboys Fan. Yeah, man, they can go over there and commiserate together. They can go over there and talk bad about Dak Prescott together, because we ain't having it here. We optimistic Cowboys fans over here. I know when people see that Angry Cowboys Fan name, they be like, oh, man, that dude gonna punch his TV. He gonna punch it. He gonna throw his remote. No, we mature over here. We can be angry, but be mature at the same time. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Thank you all. And it's a wrap.